I am so upset that he didn't become a leading man in some rom-coms. Because you put him in rom-coms in the 90s, I would have been here for all of them. Hollywood, you really screwed up.
He's got charisma.
Uniqueness, nerve, and talent.
Continuing our road to Evil Dead Burn, now we're discussing Army of Darkness.
Yes. This is by far my favorite Evil Dead ever.
Which was a surprise.
I had never watched this all the way through. I remember in one of our first apartments, you playing it and trying to get me to watch it. And because I guess the time frame, I thought it was some Monty Python movie, I think. And I'm not a fan of Monty Python. You tried to get me to watch them. I just can't sit through them. So I think I was reading a book or I did something else. I did not watch this movie all the way through. Oh my gosh, I'm in love.
It's been a while since I've seen it, but this one surprised me a little bit too. Like, as we were watching it, it just reminded me of, I was sitting there thinking, this is like Pirates of the Caribbean in the Goonies, kind of like
Indiana Jones for me.
Yeah. Oh, I get that. Yeah. Because I was
the one-liners, the action.
I think maybe I'm thinking pirates just because like there's swords and stuff like that.
Absolutely. When it becomes the Army of the Darkness section, oh, I got Pirates of the Caribbean vibes all night long.
And I think the Goonies, it reminded me of how movies in the 80s were fun and like silly and just good.
This one came out in 1992. So a little after the 80s, but
I don't remember feeling that way about it. And so it was a little bit of a different experience for me too, but it was just a huge surprise that you loved it as much as you did.
You probably felt differently back in the day because you were expecting still horror with some comedy. This has still some horror in it, but it goes more comedy and action.
It's got horror elements to it. It does.
It does.
There's skeletons walking around. There's deadites, but it is more action adventure.
I love it.
So this Ash became Ash in part 2, and then this is where he just is galvanized as Ash in this movie.
This is where all the one-liners that you've always said that I just assumed were in all the movies. The Hail to the King, baby. Give me some sugar.
Yeah, give me some sugar, baby.
This is my boomstick.
Yeah.
You know, because you'll say that, like, you know, about things or something.
Yeah.
And it all came from this movie.
He says groovy in the second one, but yeah, this is where he becomes like the Schwarzenegger, where it's the movie is like one-liners.
I am so upset that he didn't become a leading man in some rom-coms. Because you put him in rom-coms in the 90s, I would have been here for all of them. He's attractive. He's in great shape. He's got the humor. He can do action because he's fighting really well in this too. Like, Hollywood, you really screwed up. I'm sorry.
He's got charisma and
uniqueness, nerve, and talent. It's true, and you know it.
Yeah. But this one, it's so much different than the other ones, but it flows naturally the way that 2 ended, but it just opens up the world, and I'm like, they didn't do another. I'm like, where were they gonna go after this?
I'm upset that they didn't do another one, because the way it ends, they could have made another one.
I saw it twice in the theater with my brother, so we put in the work.
Well, thanks for trying.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I didn't. Nobody was gonna take me to any of these movies.
So what would you rate this one then?
Oh, this one's a buyer all day long. I could watch it again.
Well, you know what I'm going to say. It's a buyer.
Well, I mean, you never know because it wasn't super horror.
True. It's not, but it's just such a good movie. Like,
Yeah.
It's like we've talked about. It's fun. It's campy. It's funny. It's still got some horror to it. And it's just Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell kind of being let off the leash.
It's everything. I'm here for it.
Army of Darkness is an older film, but we are going to get into some spoilers. So if you want to go in fresh, pause here, come back once you've checked out the movie. Otherwise, check out some of our other reviews.
Okay, first off, this movie has the little ashes.
Yes, that has. You've caught that, I think, when we've watched it before, and that has always been your your thing.
I think it's like when you've watched it and I didn't watch it with you, I was always like, but let me know when the little ashes come on. I want to watch them. They're so cute.
Yeah, there's a part where he's kind of... He's in, we always call it the Frankenstein windmill.
Yeah, because that's what it looks like.
And he breaks a mirror because he's scared of something. And he looks down and there's all the reflections of him. Well, he walks off, but all those reflections step out of the broken mirror. And now there's these little ashes that are fighting him.
And they poke him in the booty with a fork. And it takes like 3 of them to carry the fork.
Yeah, I think he's building a fire. And they all like grab a hold of a part of it and go, heave-ho! And like run into him.
And that, again, has tons of Three Stooges.
You definitely feel the Three Stooges influence in this one, too.
And then the big ash is going, fee, fi, fo, fum. Because he's going to step on him.
Oh, and that one grabs a nail and like picks it up, and then he like steps on it and it goes through his foot.
Yes, and just the way he's like, ow, jumping around and.
But this one leads to a gross part. So those little ashes get a little ash inside of him.
One dives down his throat.
He ingests one of them, and it comes out of him. But he starts to itch his shoulder, and he opens it up, and there's an eyeball growing on his shoulder, which then it grows bigger, and he's got 2 heads, and he's fighting each other, and then they eventually split, and now we have this evil Ash and Ash.
Yeah.
And he defeats evil Ash, but then he turns into kind of the leader of the army of darkness.
Yeah.
And so,
which is a whole bunch of skeletons, and they sound like pirates. I don't know why, but yeah. They all come up and they're like, come on. Oh, and then like they kidnap the princess and they're calling her a wench.
That's
come on,
right.
You wench.
Yeah. I think, don't they say something like, bring out the wench? I think that's what they say. Yeah. Then they're fighting just all these skeletons and
they're kicking them and they're kicking their heads off. And the skeletons are like, oh, and you can just tell that it's just a skeleton and they're using like puppetry or something to do some of the scenes. And it just works.
This is the part that I always loved as a kid, and the Army of Darkness comes about because he goes on a quest to get the Necronomicon, and their mage or wise man tells him, whenever you pick it up, say these words. Otherwise, bad things are going to happen, and it gets there, and he's like,
Klaatu, Barada,
and then grabs the book, and of course...
Because the guy was like, are you going to remember the words? And he repeats them twice. And he's like, I got it, okay? But he didn't remember them.
He's like, I didn't say every syllable right.
Because he was like, it starts with an N. Noodle?
Overall, it's just a good movie.
I needed this to be its own thing. And I needed to have like 4 of them.
You needed it to keep going.
I needed it to keep going. I needed to continue to see Ash's story. Because I just love it.
I'll write a letter.
Please do.
We met Sam and Ted, so, you know.
And we met Bruce.
And we've met Bruce. Bruce is always super fun. Like, I think some people have a little bit of an issue with him, but I think it's because he has a quick, dry humor.
Yeah.
That I think people take it the wrong way, but that's just like his kind of like sarcastic sense of humor. And it was fun. We did a photo op with Sam and Ted, and Ted the whole time was directing the action. Like those things, like we talked about, go super quick. Like you walk in, they snap the picture, you leave. But I was seeing the people in front of me, and Ted was just like, okay, we're going to do this. You do this, you do this. You make this face. Okay, Sam, you do that. And like was just directing every single picture. And it was super fun.
So what did you think of Army of Darkness? Did you love it as much as me? Probably if you're a horror fan, you think it needed more horror, but let us know in the comments.
Thanks for joining us today. And remember, around here, the fear is family.
Thanks for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, hit like and subscribe. And tune in next time to The Fear Review, where the fear is family.